Hello, everybody. Let us talk about the New York Yankees 2020 season. They're probably one of the World Series favorites, them in Houston. At least I'm thinking, out of the American League. But how'd they do last year? Last year they finished 103 and 59. 42 games above 500? So, pretty good season. Really good season. Finished first in the American League East. They beat the Twins in the divisional series, and they lost to the Astros in the championship series with an Altuve home run that he just tattooed off of Aroldis Chapman. I think goal for the Yankees this year, they have to win the World Series. I think it's World Series or bust, especially when you get to their key addition, which they only really had one big key addition, and that was the acquisition of Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole is now the most handsomely paid starting pitcher in MLB history, getting paid but a butt fuck of money, butt ton of money, and he's getting paid to win games and win playoff games. And I don't mind the contract, really. They're, I mean, it's gonna suck when Judge comes off of his when he's eligible for free agency. Andahar, Glaber Torres. I mean, you got three huge guys getting paid, going to get paid a lot of money, and I don't know if the Yankees are going to be able to somehow swing all of them. They're going to have to let go of one, if not two of them. But they don't need to worry about that this year. That's later down the road. The other key acquisition they got in free agency was re-signing Brett Gardner. Fan favorite up there in New York. Nice lefty bat, getting up there in age. I mean, good signing. I mean, as of right now, he's playing center. On the depth chart, he's their starting center fielder, which I don't mind. I think Gardner's going to do pretty well. I think probably bat 260, 270. That's what he usually does. So it'll be interesting to see how Gardner and Cole both do in New York. Well, Cole especially. Gardner, we already know how well he's going to do. Key losses, which there really wasn't any key losses that hurt the team. There was a key loss that helped the team as of right now, and that's releasing Jacoby Ellsbury. They finally, as of right now, they're getting out from underneath. I think they still owe him $26 million this year, but they're withholding that money from Ellsbury. So there's that whole controversy that they're going to have to deal with Ellsbury. So if they can somehow manage to get out of even half of that contract, that's fine. But it's either going to be all or nothing, I would assume. If it's half and half, then I'd be surprised. I think stuff to look for this year is Giancarlo Stanton going to ever return to form as he was in 2017 with the Marlins, I think. I think it was the Marlins that he was with in 17. Because the Yankees are paying him huge amount of money. Huge. And he's not performing up to that standard. Yes, he's been injured a lot, especially last year. He wasn't the only one on that team that was injured last year. He's been hammered all to hell. But can he somehow return to form and not, especially with Stanton and a lot of other guys on that Yankees team, they strike out way too much. Which that's what baseball is right now, but they strike out way, way too much. And they're going to have to figure out how to get those strikeout numbers down. Because if you can get the strikeout numbers down, that means more balls are being put into play. And that means more runners are most likely to get on base. So if Stanton can somehow return to Marlins form, even 70% of what he did in Miami, he can do this year, I think that's a success for this year. Because they still got so much more years on Stanton. And piggybacking off of last year, the way that team performed with what seemed like everybody getting hurt, is this Murderers Row 2.0? Is this the junior version? Because, I mean, Stanton can hit balls 600 feet. Aaron Judge can hit balls 600 feet. Glaber Torres can hit the ball 500 feet. Freaking Gary Sanchez can hit the ball 500 feet. Gio Urshela is a nice bat for average guy in that lineup. Luke Voigt, he can hit the ball hard. Been a little more injury prone in his career with the Yankees, but if he can get out of that funk, he'll be fine. DJ LeMahieu's a nice bat for high average, bat almost close to 300, contact bat that you need in a lineup. And as of right now on the depth chart, Andujar's DH, and he's a nice young guy. Strong arm there at third, if he's going to play third, which as of right now he's not. And a nice contact bat in that lineup. He can hit the ball hard. Everybody on this team can hit the ball hard, and most of them can hit the ball far. So, is this, like I said at the beginning, is this the reincarnation of the murderer's row of the late 2010s, early 2020s? Because the only thing that's missing with this murderer's row and the original is this one doesn't have a ring. It doesn't have a lot of rings. So they're going to need at least, that's why I think they need to win the World Series this year, is they've been hunger starved for a World Series. They have 27 of them. It's about time they stop hogging them all. But they're starved for one of them. I think players to look out for this year, I mean, obviously you got to look out for Aaron Judge. He's probably going to have an MVP type caliber season. I think Andujar, if he can stay healthy, I think you need to look out for him. Same with Luke Voigt. Early in his career with the Yankees, whenever he got traded from St. Louis to the Yankees, he was just a better player. So we see if he can improve on what he did with the Yankees in the past year and the previous year, and not stay on the injured list for 2-3 months of the season. Can he do that? Because he's a nice bat in that lineup. And I mean, this one's more of a storyline thing, but it involves all the players. Is not so many injuries this year. Can the team still be alive when you come into mid or late May? Because that team was completely different in late May, early June. I mean, the injury bugs already hit them hard this year with James Paxton being out until probably the All-Star break on lower back surgery. So, which they're going to be fine without Paxton. That's going to be a nice acquisition there anyway. But can this team stay healthy for the majority of the season? That's going to be something we're going to have to watch for this entire year, is the health and longevity of the players throughout the season. And I think my guess for the Yankees are going to place, you got to put them at number 1 in the AL East. You probably have to put them number 1 or number 2 in the AL standing records for this year. Either number 1 or number 2. They have the best roster on paper in the AL East, at least. You could say they have the best roster in the American League, which you could make an argument for that. It's pretty much them and Houston. And Houston's gotten rid of people. So, you got to put them as first in the AL East. As they're probably going to face Houston at some point in the playoffs. That's going to be a fun series. But I think for the Yankees of this year, it's World Series or bust. They're like the Dodgers in the National League. They have to win the World Series or their season is a failure. Because you're paying all these guys this huge amount of money, and they have to win it. If there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They need to win the World Series. And they feel like they were cheated last year. Okay. Come back angry this year. You never want to play a team that's angry, and that's what the Yankees are. They're out for blood this year. And we'll see if they can play the full season. Like I said, healthy. But I think they're going to be number 1 in the AL East, World Series favorite in the American League. That's the end of the video. If you guys liked it, press the like button. Comment down below what you guys think about the Yankees not doing really much in free agency, but signing the best pitcher in Major League Baseball. Probably you could make an argument for. Let me know if you guys think the Yankees are going to win the World Series and against who from the National League, if you think they will win it. Do you think they'll play the Astros in the playoffs? Just let me know what you guys think of the Yankees in general. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. That'd be greatly appreciated. Share this video with all your friends and buddies, and I will see you guys in the next video.